Hello, everyone. Um, we just have been part of the Berlin Meetup on the Sunday, and we did the presentation in German to celebrate the German Stammtisch and its community. But we have recognized there are a lot of English-speaking listeners as well, so we thought, okay, let's just put this, presentation together in English as well and upload it to YouTube so everyone who's not speaking German can check out this presentation as well and learn a little bit more about ShimmerSea. So yeah, so let's do this in English. For everyone who does not know me, I'm Dr. Tangle. I'm part of the Tangency core team, and I have the pleasure to introduce ShimmerSea in this presentation to you. We as a team, we worked for a year now on a decentralized exchange for the Shimmer slash IOTA network. And yeah, so the next slides should give you a little bit more insights about it and what we actually have done and have planned. But before we jump into the main topic, I would like to use this opportunity to say thank you to our community from our full Tangency core team for for all the engagement, interest, feedback, and all this daily support what we received over the last 1.5 years. It's really amazing. And when we watch our project and how the community have been growing around it, it makes so much fun and it gives us so much energy to go beyond every day and perform even more for the protocol and for this project. So nice greetings from the team to our community. So let's jump a little bit into the world of the ShimmerSea. As I have mentioned in the beginning, we have built a decentralized exchange for the Shimmer network, and to be clear, it's for the Shimmer EVM chain, so the smart contract layer 2 on the Tangle. But what does this actually mean? And I think there are three main things you can do on a DEX. So first, you can you can trade token without any intermediary function or holder or company. So the smart contracts are doing it completely automated with an automated market making algorithm to trade the token fully autonomous. So the user does not to trust any centralized servers or organization. The user is directly trading against or with the smart contract, which is quite nice. The second one is users can provide liquidity to support the DEX and earn part of the trading fees what this pool is generating. As more liquidity the DEX will receive, as better and more people can trade larger amounts of tokens on the protocol. So the target is to get a decent amount of liquidity that the protocol can function very well. The the third point, what you can actually do with the DEX is you can earn additional rewards with the platform token of the DEX. So the protocol is further incentivizing the second point, so liquidity providing, to push and to improve the trading experience on the DEX. Only this point alone is a large topic uh, because there is so much about it, about this token, about the token economics. So we will share a little bit more information about it in the next slides. So regarding these 3 points, there are so many different ways to do it on a technical as well as on a business level. And most of our team are using or are active in the DeFi sector a lot, and we're using different protocols and different ecosystems nearly daily. So when we when we started to build the DEX, it was absolutely clear for us that we want to screen the full market. We want to see what kind of functionalities are out there, what worked very well, what did not work well, what is the status quo, and how can we actually improve this with our own ideas and our own developments. And this is what we did in the last year. So we use the best protocols out there, combine them, and further develop them. Um, because our vision is we want to build a DEX what we really would love to use ourselves. A DEX which is fun, which is easy to use, a DEX which is fully decentralized, secure, and trustful. And we really focused on sustainability for the community as well. So after months of research, programming of new smart contracts, um, developing a completely new token economics for the DEX, I think we are on a very good way to achieve our vision, and we are so happy to and looking forward to present everything what we did, step by step to you in the next coming weeks and months. Maybe this is a good moment to share that this presentation is only talking about specific parts of the DEX, so it's quite high level. We will introduce everything in detail in our white paper, which we will share shortly before launch, and all the details will be in there. So what does it mean to build a next generation DEX, and what does it make us or the DEX unique? And we think there are like three main points what we want to focus on here. So first, the DEX needs to be fully decentralized, and we need to are able to trust the code. And exactly for this reason, we have chosen to use a very good fundament, which is already, you know, proven and tested by billions of dollars. And in addition, we wanted to make sure that our code is completely safe. So we audited our full stack, our full code, and especially everything we developed by ourselves by two different independent audits. The second one is um, the full token economic should be sustainable and should be adjustable for different market situations. And this is exactly what we wanted to create. And for this reason, we spent a lot of time to create a new token concept and and a new tokenomics model, which we will share in detail in the white paper coming out very soon. And the third point is our community is in the forefront of us, so is the most important for us. So for this reason, we all started the DEX together, and with our fair launch concept, we really build on specific principle, fairness, transparency, sustainability. So we want to go away of value extraction to value creation for the community. Very important for us. But how can you actually participate in the DEX now, and how can you earn rewards by participating in the DEX? And as we already are quite familiar with the number three, we should continue with the same, uh, the same principle. So there are three main areas in the DEX where you can participate and where you can actually earn rewards. So the first one is adding liquidity. It's quite straightforward. So you couple two coins or two tokens and put them into a liquidity pool. Uh, these liquidity can then be used by traders, for trading and for switching tokens. And the and these kind of activity, like the trading, is generating trading cash flow because of the trading fees, and this will go back to the users in a large amount who provided this liquidity firsthand. So users provide liquidity and they earn a cut of the trading fees. The second point is there are specific DEX pools which are further incentivized via farming. So users which provide liquidity in these pools, they will not only earn parts of the trading fees, they will get an additional reward in our platform token on top. So with this mechanic, the protocol, the DEX is bootstrapping the liquidity on these pools, and especially at the beginning when these pools are a little, still small, the farming is very, very lucrative. And the third point is single token staking. So uh, for some tokens, there will be the opportunity to get rewards just for holding them. So the protocol, as well as our partners, giving users rewards for just holding the token and for not selling it or selling them. So user put token into a smart contract. Um, these tokens are basically staked there and they receive a reward token. These three main points are the most prominent opportunities to earn or to participate with a DEX. In the white paper, we will maybe share some more different ways. Okay, so we heard quite often there is these kind of protocol owned token or reward tokens. What does this mean? So this is basically the the, the native token on the DEX, which is used to incentivize liquidity providers for providing their liquidity. In the case of ShimmerSea, it will be the Loom token. The token itself is quite nearly bundled with the token economics of the DEX, and we haven't shared a lot yet about this topic. And the reason is, in this area, our key innovations are, lying. So for this reason, we we will share much more about about the token itself, how everything is built up, key facts and data about it in our white paper. But I can tell you that the concept is completely finished, developed, and we are testing it for many months already. Okay, but to not leave you out of this presentation without getting any alpha or insights, we would like to share a little bit more about our fair launch. So first of all, what does the fair launch concept mean? So it means no Loom token pre-sale, no pre-airdrop, no pre-token minting. On the very first day when we start the DEX, the first Loom will be created, and we all start the DEX together. There are so many different reasons why we do this, but I want to give you only like two or three to explain a little bit more and giving you more insights about it. So when we say the community comes first, this is what we actually mean. So for example, one of the main reasons why we not did an early or not, have not done an early pre-sale is that in this case you transfer the risk from the project away to the community. So especially at the beginning when the projects are quite young and small and there's not so much there yet, there is quite a decent risk. So for this reason, we decided very early on for us that we are taking the risk. We develop everything to a finished version. Then we start all together, and then everyone can see what's there, can evaluate the protocol, and then can decide to participate or not. So in this case, we strongly reduced the risk for the community. And another reason why we did this is we want to transfer or like to hand over the most important pool, the SMR Loom pool, completely to the community from the start. So when we do this fair launch liquidity event, everyone can participate and can try to get SMR Loom LP token and will earn a part of the pool from the beginning. even the price of Loom will be decided in this event by the community, not by us. And which is quite nice. At this time, there's no Loom in any supply, so no one is owning Loom at this time. So the sell pressure, or the risk of a large chunk will be sold after the event is not, it's low or very zero. So only the people who receive these SMR Loom LP tokens at the first day can actually sell it. But how does how does the fair launch actually works? And you can see this very nicely here in this animation. There is a smart contract. The smart contract is owning Loom token, which we will put into the smart contract at the beginning. The community then puts SMR token into the smart contract and gets SMR Loom LP token. So as more SMR is flowing into the smart contract, as higher the Loom price will be. But the nice thing is the final price calculation is basically at the end. So everyone who's participating is paying at the end the same price. But how everything works in absolute detail and what kind of requirements we have for the fair launch will be shared, way ahead in a Medium article. But to summarize, I think in our opinion, this is the most transparent and fair way to start a DEX, and it's positioning the community absolutely in a pole position for the start. Okay, so now we have talked mostly about DEX itself, but in the next slides I would like to give you more insights how we can actually support the ecosystem and our partners. And our main slogan is basically start with us, scale with us, and stay with us. So what we mean by that, we we want to create the ideal, breeding ground for growth for our ecosystem and our partners. So let's say young projects can use ShimmerSea to start, to test, to evaluate, to get into the spotlight, and they will receive full support from our DEX. But that's not how it's ended. Later, they can develop themselves even further. They can use our multi-chain environment with the bridge. They can, transfer over to Tangency if they want, and can even further grow and scale. So we want to create or this full ecosystem development pipeline, strongly connected what IOTA is doing, the IOTA Foundation is doing as well with Shimmer and IOTA. So having a staging network and having a mainnet. So partner projects can use the complete, infrastructure without um, without the need to leave our ecosystem. That's quite cool. But when we look at our partnerships, we believe on a very holistic approach of how we develop the ecosystem, and together we are stronger. So we see ShimmerSea as as a as a hub for project, as a kind of opportunity for communities coming together. And in general, partnerships, we are very flexible and open. We will always try to support the ecosystem and to find, common ways to go together and to build amazing stuff together. When you check out, I mean, the products of ShimmerSea, it's mostly listing of new token. We will help boosting liquidity for our partners, and we will basically help with the start of new projects. So if you are interested in working with us together, please just go on our homepage, engage. You can use the engage button, and you can fill out our formula to give us some insights, and then we will contact you, or you contact us directly, me or Alpha. We are very active on our Discord, and we are very happy to meet you. Yeah, so what is the status now of the DEX, and how do we continue? Our our protocol is completely finished, developed the first version, and we as I already have mentioned, we doubled audited the platform with hashtags and coin risk out at one, and we will share the reports at after the launch. The reason for this is we need to have, we need to deploy the final code on on the chain first to that the auditors can check if this is really the final code, and then they will give us the recent, the last recent and final report. So we are really happy how far we got, what we have developed, and we are so looking forward for our next steps. And as this event here in Berlin is quite special, and we want to give you a little surprise. So what's coming next? We have announced last Thursday that we want to do a training DEX, and the and we want to put a little bit more on in addition to it. So our target with the training DEX is to show our community our MVP DEX, so the minimal viable product DEX, to get to know a little bit and to test and train and learn. And we want to use the training DEX to test with the IOTA Foundation together the infrastructure. But like testing, it should be fun, and there should be high interest of learning all the different aspects of the DEX. So for this reason, we we are very happy to announce our training DEX competition. So this competition will go for a month, and there will be a huge prize money of 5,500 US dollars, which is amazing. And the reason why we do this, we want to have a high incentive to test the DEX and the infrastructure with a lot of transactions, and everything what we need to know before we actually finally are able to launch the DEX. The competition itself is quite straightforward. So the goal is to get as much Loom as possible. Um, all users which own a Lumi, IOTA bot, Suna bot, or IOTA ape can join. The snapshot for the wallet addresses will be very soon. While we do the competition, there will be 3 different snapshots to check the token status of each user, and the sum of these statuses will be evaluate the winners. Um, there is there are different prize monies. So first place 2,000, second to 1,500, third 750, and the fourth one 500. And in addition, we will randomize distribute 15 times $50 to the top 200 players. So I can tell you, we are so looking forward to this competition. It will be a lot of fun, and we can seriously test the chain infrastructure, which is so important, not just for us, as well for other projects, as well as for for the IOTA Foundation and the chain infrastructure. So for this reason, we will start with the competition in the training DEX in general when we have the nearly final version of the EVM chain, because we want to test the final setup. But yeah, don't be worried. There will be you won't miss anything. We will share additional Medium articles, and there will be plenty of time to prepare. Yes, so this was the content for this presentation today. Thank you very much for listening. It was a lot of fun for me to share a little bit more information about the DEX today. Please, if you have any questions or any feedback for us, please just go to our socials, contact us. We are very happy to welcome anyone on the ShimmerSea. Thank you very much, and yeah, hearing you soon.